Hello everyone, welcome to the final video in my wooden Pokeball series. Today I'm going to finish everything, that means painting it, assembling all the parts, and finally showing you the completed Pokeball. Now for the paint, I picked up 3 colors of glass acrylic. I looked into using enamel paint too, but enamel requires good ventilation, takes much longer to dry, and is a bit harder to work with. So acrylic gloss was the easier and safer choice for this project. Right now I just finished the first coat of white, but I will be doing several more. The ring area where the button sits is also white, so I use a small brush to paint that part. So far everything is going smoothly with no issues. Now it's time for the red color. The shade is called Radiant Red, and I actually really like the name. For the first coat, I am not using any water, but later on, I will start adding a little bit to dilute the paint. I learned that thinning it slightly helps reduce visible brush mark. I want this Pokeball to be as shiny and smooth as possible. Now it's time for the second coat. This time I am also painting the groove section. I'll be painting the other part of the groove black later on. What's nice is that this water-based acrylic paint dries really fast, so I don't have to wait long between coats. And even with just the second coat, it's already starting to look shiny. I also painted the groove section for the red portion and finished the second coat of red. Now I'm going to cut it short here since it's the same process over and over again. Now I forgot to record the part where I painted the black strip in the groove area, but along with that I've also done several coats on both the white and red sections, thinning the paint with a little water. I think I did around 7 coats in total and it's looking really good. I also mixed white and black to make a gray color so I could paint the inside of the ball. I also used painter's tape to cover the light cover so I could paint the inside without getting any paint on the cover itself. I took the tape off and so far I really like the progress. After removing the tape, I also taped up the button area so I could paint the black strip around the button ring. Now I'm at almost the last part of the painting. I took off the tape around the ring and used a thin brush to touch up any areas that needed finishing. I did a final check before assembling everything. I noticed the ball was still a bit sticky when I closed it and tried to open it again, which means the paint wasn't fully dry. So I waited a little longer and finally it opens and closes smoothly. After another final check, it was time for assembly. I used super glue to attach the barrel hinge to the ball. Now the glue is dry. And this is the final check before I display it. When I open it, it's tight enough to stay open on its own, but loose enough for me to close it with just a finger of the hand holding the ball. It opens and closes smoothly. The weight feels great in the hand and the surface is shiny and smooth, just the way I wanted. And finally the button still clicks perfectly. Now I wanted to quickly show all the household items that were sacrificed to make this Pokeball. I believe there is always a sacrifice behind anything meaningful and good, just like we exist thanks to the sacrifice of our parents and family. And now here's the final display. What started as a simple one-day Halloween prop for my son turned into a multi-day project to make a realistic Pokeball. I love the whole process. The hiccups, improvisation, and even the almost disasters were all worth it. Not just because of the satisfying final result, but also because of my son's excitement as it started taking shape. My customer, both of my boys, were thrilled and couldn't wait to show it to their friends. That's why I consider this project a complete success. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please subscribe, like, and leave a comment. I already have the next project planned, a charging station for this Pokeball. So stay tuned.